I'm so excited. I just got a package, a new tarot deck, and I'm really psyched for this one. Gotta get the bow wrap off. There we go. It's the Tarot du Tango. So, I have been learning tango and dancing tango like 2.5 years at this point. Yes? Yeah, about 2.5 years. And having a great time with it. And my partner recently recommended, he was like, why don't you bring your tarot cards to a milonga, the next milonga we go to. A milonga, for those of you who are not in the tango community, is like a tango dance party. And I was like, well, maybe if like it was a Halloween themed milonga, I might do that, but I don't know. I don't really feel like tarot's like on theme. And he was like, well, what if you found a tango themed tarot deck? And I went looking. Oh, it's so squeaky. This is the only tango themed tarot deck I could find anywhere on the internet. And it's in French. I don't speak French. But we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna use an immense amount of Google Translate, and we're gonna figure out this deck, and I'm gonna learn it. Okay, I'm so excited. Let's see. So we have a pull top box, very snug one. It's probably good for the long term. Okay, we have a book. Oh, the packaging is weird. Okay, it just doesn't have any kind of packing for the cards. A lot of the bigger boxes will, right? They'll have like some sort of spot that the cards drop down into. These are just kind of sliding around, so I'm glad they sent it with the bag. Okay. Yep. Mode d'emploi. Pretty sure that's how to use in French. There's a little glossary. Petite glossier. Like, I know 1 or 2 words, and a lot of words in French are similar to English, so I'm hoping that, like, that helps. Right, so, like, obviously this is the major arcana, arcanus majors. Nobody judge my pronunciation, because I don't speak French, as already mentioned. Yes, apparently the artwork is going to help too. Like, that's clearly the Fool, right? Clearly that's the Fool, just from the artwork. Okay. The guidebook is beautiful though. Like, I wish I read French. It's stunning. But supposedly all of the artwork is like tarot themed. It's all like around not just like dancers, but the culture and the world of tango, because there's a lot that goes into that, like tango music, tango culture, and the deck is apparently inspired by all of that. Beautiful red satin bag. Let's see. New deck, liberated. So exciting. Immediately off the bat, I love the red on the backs. I also love that the backs are symmetrical. The listing did not have a ton of pictures of the deck, so I usually prefer like to see a ton of detail about my decks before I get them, because I'm really picky about certain things. One of the things that I'm picky about is I want the backs to be fully reversible, because I do read with reversals, so I don't want to know which direction the card is in until I flip it over. So I love the color of the back, love that the back is reversible. Let's turn here. Oh, interesting. Oh, maybe that card was not the Fool. Either that or the artwork is different, because Or, well, no, I guess this would be the Magician because it's number 1. It would help if I read the whole card. Just bursting with color. Interesting. The Priestess is the Popess. There are like a variety of different styles happening here. Like they kind of all have a very sort of modern art vibe, but some of them, like if you put them next to each other, you might think they were from 2 completely different decks, right? Very cool. And now I'm thoroughly distracted. That chariot is a little car. Oh, some interesting like cubist influences. And then some of them like, see like this is more the style that I would usually go for. It's like kind of just moody and mysterious. And then you flip to the next one, it's like bam, colorful, cubist. A little bit of, oh gosh, I can't remember. This is inspired by a particular artist and I can see the artwork in my brain. And I cannot remember the artist's name for the life of me. That graphic design degree was a long time ago. The strength card is wild. Look at that lion. Very colorful. Very, very colorful. Now this was interesting. This kind of threw me off a little bit when I was looking at the photos because I noticed that this card does not have a title on it. If I didn't know that 13 was traditionally the death card, like I'm assuming that that's what this card is, because traditionally 13 is the death card. I'm gonna look that up in the book though, see if it's called death or not in this. Let's see. Arcane Sans Null. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do so much Google Translate with this. Because that's usually the death card, and in this one it's not named. There's no title on it. I wonder why. Hopefully when I translate the guidebook it will tell me. The devil gets a name though. Diablo. Tower. London. Looks like she's stripping to go skinny dipping. Love that. Oh, these are just stunning. Yep, it is the Fool. There he is. They had him at the end of the Major Arcana instead of the beginning. He really can go in either place. Okay, this is a Pip deck. Oh, Pip decks are not my favorites. I do prefer a fully illustrated deck. And it looks like I'm gonna have to consult the guidebook about like which suit is which as well. Because like I know that this is like an accordion kind of instrument. It's not an accordion, it's called something else. This is a tango instrument specifically. And I've heard the name of it, but it's not coming to me. Because of the way it's played, I'm like, is this supposed to represent air? Is this cups? Like, what is what is this instrument supposed to represent? I'm gonna have to look it up. But pip decks are hard for me, where you just have to go off of the numerology. Like, I find that really challenging because numbers do not stick in my brain. So reading from a fully illustrated deck is much easier. Learning an illustrated deck is much easier for me because, of course, the pictures on the cards tell a story. So I guess it's a good thing that I've been working on my skills to read pips, and I've been drilling myself on what the different numbers represent. Okay, this is definitely cups. At least they made one of the suits easy to recognize. The cups we get, it doesn't surprise me really that there's cups, because what is a milonga without a little wine? You will never go to a milonga and not see a bottle of wine somewhere. It's like a requirement. The knights are also, like, it's going to be easy to identify which one is a page. The knight, the queen, and the king. So there is that. Our king is looking very dapper there. Swords are very easy to identify. Okay, so whatever that instrument is, it's not the swords and it's not the cups. It's got to be a replacement for either the pentacles or the wands. 2, 3, 4. So colorful, so pretty. The valet. It's our pages. Cavalier. Queen of Swords. She was one of the pictures with the deck, and I do love her with the red and the open back to her dress. So sassy. I usually love the depiction of the swords. They're usually really... Okay, I'm gonna guess, just pure off the top of my head, I'm gonna guess that this is the wands. And that means the instrument is their version of the pentacle suit. Because this light post is very much giving me wand vibes. So that is going to be my guess. We'll confirm later. Let's see. There we go. Here we go. Our last ballet. I'm so excited. Oh, so good. This is going to be a chunkier deck. I want to see how it shuffles right out of the box. It's not sticky at all, which is really good. That's an indication of like a really good cut on the deck. Some decks, especially if they have like foiled edges, they are really sticky on the edges. But some of them are just sticky in general. These are like butter. Very nice gloss on these cards. I do love a matte deck as well, as long as it slides really well. But I appreciate that even though this is a glossy deck, it doesn't stick on any of the edges. The cards are all sliding away from each other pretty well. Very nice. Yeah. I've got chunkier decks, but this is definitely going to be on the chunkier side. Like, I'm going to have to shuffle it top side up instead of lengthwise, because I can't get all my fingers around it with the length. I'd have to shuffle it in two parts that way. There's a lot more stability shuffling it long ways. Like, lengthwise, the cards have a tendency to splay a little bit. So a lot of my decks are travel sized for that reason, because I have smaller hands. Okay. Oh. Now I'm throwing things. Let's see what our card is. The very first card is the Queen of Cups. Isn't that perfect? This is one of the cards I pull a lot. She's one of my representative cards. When I show up in a reading, I'm usually the Queen of Cups, which makes sense because I'm a Cancer and very emotional. I'll sometimes show up as like the High Priestess in certain readings, very specific contexts. Or the Strength card is one of my birth cards. That one pops up for me. But of the court cards, I would be the Queen of Cups for sure. So fantastic. The deck is clearly meant for me. Oh, I'm so happy. New decks fill me with joy. So I'm very delighted about this. And bonus reveal, I didn't just get a deck of cards today. Feel free to leave if all you cared about was my shiny new deck. But I am also excited about my new planner. It's so big, it barely fits in the frame. I'm so excited about this. I have been putting off buying like a really proper tarot journal and planner for years because I couldn't convince myself I would actually use it. So last year, I was really drawn to this particular tarot journal, and it's not this one. It was one that I just saw in a bookstore, but it was beautiful, and it was like leather bound, and I love leather. And a friend of mine was like, buy a super cheap notebook, and if you use it for a full year, you can buy the fancy journal next year. Well, I did it. I've used my cheap notebook, and I've consistently written in a journal for a full calendar year, and that means I get to reward myself with a fancy planner. So this is the Ritual Planner, Ritual with a W in front of it. This is the 2026. It's gorgeous. I did a little flip through of it. It's got spaces for like correspondences. It's got new moon and full moon spreads. It has spaces for me to pull up to 3 cards every day. There's a 1 card version as well. And I often only pull 1 card, but I wanted to give myself the option for the 3 card so that I have more space if I want it. It does have a pocket in the back and some tarot stickers, which are very cute, very small. I do appreciate the size of these spaces because I already have some tarot stickers that are larger. I also have some tarot stamps for journaling. And this is going to give me plenty of space for any of those. The stickers it came with, which are a little more muted, the ones that I have, which are really colorful, or I can use the stamps. But this is my new present. This is my Christmas gift or my Yule gift to me for next year. And it got here, and I'm so happy and so excited. Presents for me. All right, beautiful. Well, I will keep you updated on how learning this deck goes, and we'll see how long it takes before I can effectively read with it. I have a milonga in the beginning of December, so I only have a few weeks to see if I'm ready to read with it just casually for fun. But reading with a deck you're not familiar with, like in a public setting, is very intimidating and not something I would normally do. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it goes. All right. Beautiful. Well, I'll probably take some pictures for the Instagram as well, but have a beautiful day, and I'm sure I will talk to you later.